Good Monday morning to everyone. How are you today? I am Renita D. Davis, your host. You are listening to Faith Cafe. You're watching Faith Cafe, where we take a sip of God's grace and mercy as we walk through this thing we call faith. How are you today? Um, Today, I wanted to talk to you about our pattern. What is the pattern as a believer, as a faith walker? What is our pattern showing? What is it that people are always seeing? Okay. And I'm coming from Titus, second chapter, verses 7 through 8. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm trying to clear off some stuff before things fall over, y'all, because I am a stacker. So sometimes my stack looks like a house of cards, and so it's not going to work right. But anyway, so what I want to talk about is what's our pattern? What is the pattern that we are showing others? What is the pattern that we are are going to at all times? So let's get started. First of all, I want to say a shout out to everyone who is on. Let me see if I can pull people up. Yeah, I got a little deep into my study, and I was like, oh shoot! I looked at the clock, and it was time. So I am starting. Let me see. I want to make sure that the volume is off. I got a little deep See, into. I knew it. I am. Okay. Anyway, so good morning. Good morning, Taya. How are you? How are you? How are you? Um, let's see. Having some difficulty this morning. Oh, okay. All right. So, like I said, what is your pattern? What is your pattern? When people see you, when people hear you, what is your pattern? What is it that that's always coming out of your mouth? What is always coming out of, um, what is your thought pattern? How are you walking? Okay. I guess that's the best way to say it. So let's get going. So Titus, I am so untogether today. I said I was going to do some shout outs. So, first of all of you who know Chef Marcia, she has shut her orders down because she has got, in order to make sure that she gets everything done. So, I hope you got your orders in from Marcia's Caribbean cuisine, because if you didn't, you're going to have to wait till next year as far as the turkey and the cranberry sauce and possibly the jerk sauce, because I'm not sure if she's going to continue with that because it was a pilot. But like I said, I got mine. Also, please, gosh, there is so much going on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, the anthology, The Art of Womanhood. It is coming out soon, so please stay tuned. I will be keeping you posted. It is a work in progress. I am so excited about that. Please also, if you have not picked up A Rose in Concrete by C. Marie, you have to get this. If you're in a space where you are uh, just going through and overcoming does not seem to be a possibility, you have to get this book because it will definitely guide you through that. The holidays are coming up. So, my good friend, BFF, Tammy Smith, she has a new CD out. So please, reach out to Tammy Smith. If you know how to get in touch with her, if not, reach out to me, send me a text, call me, whatever. I will make sure that I get you a CD for the holidays. And of course, I didn't put it up here, but I'm going to show you this. This is my book. The screen's going to go in a minute. No, it's not. Anyway, um, my book, The Measure of Gratitude. I know I have one somewhere. Oh, it's right there in the back. Let me get it. All right. Measure of gratitude. If this is something that you are looking to share with someone, please get my book. Especially for the holidays, you can go on my website and find it, pay for it. I will send an autographed copy to you along with a couple of nice little gifts that I provide for the person. Yeah, you guys saw all of my stacks of papers and everything when I turned around. It is what it is. I'm just going to continue to be me. All right. So that is all of my shout outs. Oh, another thing, Coach to Go. I am so excited. I just checked the my algorithms, and so far there's about 20 something people that are on this thing. So I am so excited. I'm looking forward to some of you moving forward to the next level. After the 5 days, now it's time to start getting to work, and I want to walk alongside with you. So the app is not just all by yourself. You do get a chance to interact with me on a personal level, and it's really cool. So please make sure that you look into that if you are a person or if you know someone who is at a crossroads and they're really just wanting to move forward and they don't know how to make the first step. All right, so enough of that. We are going to go back to the we're going to go back to what we were talking about. All right, so like I said, good morning. What is your pattern? Titus 2, 7, and 8. So Titus 2, 7, and 8. Well, let's get some background. So Titus, small book, it's in the New Testament. And it is, I believe, Paul. Let me make sure. I think it's Paul. It is Paul. Yes. Paul is writing to Titus and giving instruction on how to manage the church. And he's giving him instruction about everyone, not just the leaders, but everyone, so that Titus will be able to have an understanding. So this is a book of instruction. So in this instruction, Paul says in chapter 2, verses 7 and 8, one of the things that he says is, in all things, oh, I spelled things wrong. Hold on a second, guys. I don't like that. Don't know why I did that. I tell you, when I type fast, it's funny. It is funny. Oh my gosh. I must have really been typing fast. There we go. Now it looks like something that you should be able to read. Okay. In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity. And then the 8th verse says, sound speech that, oh my gosh, that's supposed to be cannot, guys, cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. So, what am I asking you? I am asking you what is your pattern? What is your pattern? What is it that people see? What is that pattern? So let's go back to the 7th verse. It says, in all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works. As believers, we always know, and we say over and over and over again, that we are a living epistle. Our walk, our talk, how we interact with people in the world. Good morning, Marcia. How we interact with people in this world, believers, non-believers. They, this is how people are recognizing or identifying who we are. So, in all things, you're showing yourself as a pattern of good works. You are a template for those who don't know Christ. You are a template for those who strive to get better and to walk closer with God. So, what is your pattern showing? When you go into a space, are you the light? Is your light shining bright? And that doesn't mean you got the Bible in one hand and you're quoting scriptures in the other and you're laying hands on people. I'm saying your behavior, your mannerism, how you carry yourself, is it a way that people will be able to discern that you are set apart or that you are different? Are you being, I did a little blurb the other day. Um, I think it was on, I think it was Instagram, but I posted it on my websites as well about being untriggered. And we tend to become comfortable on this earth and we take on behaviors and patterns that the world has, and we become so familiar with it that we don't realize that we have an assignment and that we have an expectation that God has provided for us. If you finish reading Titus, Paul is giving a complete, um, just all of the instruction on how people should act. And it's very, let me see. Oh, that's why, because I'm looking at Timothy. I was like, where did it go? Okay. So the second, even in the first verse, it says, "Speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as cometh as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things." Ladies and gentlemen, there is a mandate on our lives on how we should be as we walk this earth, as we treat each other in the church. This is talking about the church. So when we walk into the church, are we rolling our eyes at people? Are we being mean and nasty? Are we fighting over seats? Are we talking about people? What are we doing? What are we doing? The the house of worship is a place where we are to worship, love God, fellowship. Now, I'm in a space right now where I have not joined a church yet. Um, and that's okay, because here's the thing, I'm covered because I'm God's child. I don't have the need to attach myself at this point because I am still searching. I am searching for the place where God wants me to be. So, and for me, it takes a minute. I was talking to some girlfriends the other day, and I mean, I'm just on week 4 of attending a place. And usually by week 4, I have an idea of whether I want to continue on or do I want to, go look someplace else. So, um, right now, I am still in this space because I'm enjoying where I am. And you know what? I like the fact, the makeup of this this congregation. I really do. And with the space that I'm in right now, it fits for me. All right. So anyway, moving right along. As a believer, when you step into the house of God, there are things that are to be done in this space. Okay. And we as Christians need to make sure that we are covering ourselves and we're watching what we're doing. Because if we're not in the space to actually um, follow God's word and do what he called us to do, how in the same fat are we going to, um, hey, Brittany, hey, Joyce, um, how in the world are we going to actually be effective? So let's see, how much time do I have? Oh my gosh, I'm over. Okay. So I looked up some of the words in these scriptures. One of the words that was in there was abashed. Okay. And again, remember, I look up things on another, what is it, the ISA 3.0. I'm telling you guys, you need to get this. Anyway, it's a free download that you can get on your phone, and or you can get it on your laptop or desktop. Anyway, so abashed means embarrassed or ashamed, but there's an opposite of it as well. So it's a Greek word, and I am not going to try to read it to you, but the Greek number is G1788. So it's 1788, G1788. And the word says entrepo, and it has two meanings. One of them is to on the negative sense, and then one is on the positive sense. And the positive sense is that it's a good report. All right. And of course, the opposite of that is a bad report. So in this scripture, it's talking about us being in the space. I think it's the seventh, I think it's the eighth verse. Let me see. Um, Contrary parts, da 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 da. Yeah, in the eighth verse in my study, the word abashed was there, meaning let me see, was it? I think it's the being condemned. Okay, so there should not be anything evil being said of us if we can help it. Now, of course, there's going to be people who, they're just always going to have something to say. But what are we doing to provoke that? What are we doing to add to that? You know, what is our heart doing? Okay. The other word was uncensorable. Uncensurable. Okay. So of course we know what censor means, right? So not uncensurable is not deserving blame as wrong, evil, or injurious. That word is also a Greek word, and the number is G176. And that's a really big long word. I tried to figure it out and then I couldn't. So what I'm asking you today, what is your pattern? Are you saying things? Are you being injurious? Is what's coming out of your mouth is it wrong? Is it evil? Are you injuring someone? We have to be aware if we're injuring someone. I don't care who it is. If it is your family member, if it is your coworker, if it is the person on the street, what is our pattern? Okay. So that's what I have for you today. So I would encourage each of you to make sure that you are watching your pattern. Look at your pattern. Be real about it. Just introspectively. How are you walking? What is your pattern? If someone were to mention you, what would be the things that they said about you? That's the key. If someone were to mention your name, how would you be described? And not by your friends, because your friends like you. And sometimes they may not be transparent. They like you, so they're going to say nice things. But what about the average person that you have just encountered? or the coworker, the person that really doesn't know you too well, but they see you on a regular basis. What do you think their pattern is going to, what do you, how do you think your pattern looks to them? All right, guys. So, good morning, Joyce. I know I have another space where I need to say good morning to some people, but I want to make sure that I tell everyone watch your pattern. That's what I want you to know. Watch your pattern. Make sure that it is a pattern that is showing kindness. Okay? Showing kindness, showing love, and all of those other things. All right? All right, guys, my time is up. It is 21 after I spent an extra 5 minutes talking to you guys just because I was trying to get myself together today. It's been a rough, it's not been a rough week. It's been a busy week. Please stay tuned. I've got things coming up. Yesterday, I believe I had an interview on LinkedIn. I wasn't sure if it was able to show, so I will make sure that it is on my social media today so that the replay can be seen. Thank you for watching today. Please send me some good vibes, send me some words, send me something, let me know that you're here. um, those of you who are watching the replay, please post replay. Thank you again for everything that you do. Please share, 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 because we're going somewhere and we're working on something. And again, thank you, thank you. You are watching, you are listening to Faith Cafe, where we take a sip of God's grace and mercy as we walk through this thing called faith. Have a very, very good day, good Monday day today, guys. Take care.